This week on Coffin Fodder, get that fucking rebar out of your leg, because we are here to talk about Tetsuo the Iron Man.
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
I like to dissect girls.
This is God.
We have such sights to show you.
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk here.
I see dead red.
Even in hell. Oh, yes. Oh, no tears, please.
They're here.
Here's Johnny.
Hello and welcome to Coffin Fodder, episode 54. I am your horny for metal host, Mike Warby, and I am joined by the man whose legs are full of maggots.
Oh,
Mr. Mickleborough.
can't I also be horny?
You could be as horny as you want. I'm full of
I
maggots.
want to be the horny man with a leg full of maggots.
Oh, I'm not the horny police over here. And of course, the guy with the stop motion rocket magnet boots, Mr. Brady Silger.
You gotta go fast.
And holy fucking crap, we are here to talk about Tetsuo the Iron Man.
It went
Excuse me, Shinya Tsukamoto's.
very cool.
Written and directed by Shinya Tsukamoto, Tetsuo the Iron Man. Which, so first of all, interesting, especially since I have that over there. Akira.
Ah, yes.
Another movie about a guy named Tetsuo transforming.
Yeah. Kira, that's old school shit. We love that.
Yeah, so this is a very, very, very strange movie.
Very weird. I'm a huge fan. I loved it. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it is.
What a fucking movie.
So yeah, this is. I went to the Wikipedia synopsis to read the plot synopsis for this, and it was like They had a disclaimer.
Oh.
It was like, note, the film Tetsuo does not have a traditional narrative.
No.
This plot synopsis is pulled from Sound and Sight.
Nice. That's all there is. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like there's no and then it was like 3 paragraphs.
Yeah, it's like this might be what happened.
Yeah. Which it's interesting to it's like describing playing a video game to people in some ways, right?
Sure, where it's nonsense if they don't know it.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're like, well, we were talking about clair-obscur earlier.
Right.
It's like then you have to parry the attacks.
Yeah.
Then you have to use your gradient attack.
Just gibberish.
And it's like, yeah, this all just sounds like made up. For sure.
And that's how you'd say, the movie opens with a guy putting this giant bolt in his leg, and then there's maggots, he runs, and then he gets hit by a car, there's really cool music.
And there's really weird jazz music this is playing. Oh my god,
There's a businessman having a freak out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. What an opening.
I love the jazz music. The jazz music is so funny.
Well, it's like jazz, but there's so much, you talked about this with us before you had picked the movie or before we watched it. There's so much industrial music in this, like so fucking cool. I'm an industrial music kid. I love that shit.
Oh yeah,
It's just steeped in that early industrial stuff.
yeah. The main theme, especially the like dun 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 dun.
That or the ending one. I don't know if they're the same, but it's that there's this heavy driving drum beat in the back. It's just like.
Yeah,
And it's fuck is it ever cool, especially when it's playing over top of what's happening in the movie. And usually it was some weird, violent metal shit. It was pretty fucking wild.
it's crazy because this movie, like, you can tell it's a indie movie. Obviously, first of all, it's shown in black and white.
Yeah.
which is when back in the day, there were no phones, children.
Yeah.
So we had to people like clerks.
We had to do everything by pen and paper back then.
This
Them's the paper wrote on you.
This Clerks and actually, spoiler alert, next week's film also.
Yeah. We can just go for it.
Yeah, there were multiple films from first-time film directors that were black and white, and then also art house directors would also sometimes,
Yeah.
because the film was cheaper. That's all it comes down to. Is
Really?
black and white film was cheaper.
Well, I mean, I don't know much about nothing, but what would lighting be like on a black and white film? Would it be cheaper to have your sets, or would it be almost the same to put that kind of shit together? Not that either of any of us make movies.
It's different.
Yeah.
Is the only thing I know about black and white is you have to change the way characters dress sometimes so that their clothes will show up properly
Right.
Because it shows up, their colors will show up differently in black and white than they will in color.
Well, that's where
It's a thing. I know they'll change outfits, and sometimes they will like paint outfits to make them have more stark.
Yeah, well, and I know they use sometimes really like weird colors you wouldn't expect. Like a black isn't always a black; it can be a red or an orange. And actually, the colors, especially, were mostly really bright, vibrant colors, so that they would show up in different hues, like white, gray.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Sorry, they would use color tricks.
Yeah,
When they were shooting in black.
brought it like being cheaper, and then I kind of thought, how much cheaper is it overall? Because how much extra work or tricks do they have to employ to?
Well,
black
I
and white?
think the reason why it's cheaper is because motion pictures started in black and white. So all those tricks have already been figured out.
That's fair. That's a fair point. You're not doing that shit on your own. It's been
Yeah, you don't have to figure it out because someone else already figured it out in the 1920s or in the 1930s or whenever.
Boy, it works so good for this film, whether it was intentional or not, or just a matter of budget. But because the metal, this movie is so much about the combining of metal and man, and the metal is it's all white, right? It all has a silverish to it. But I just think that's really cool. It just works well because then by the end, the people that were in black business suits are no longer black business suits. They're bright shining heaps of metal, which is sweet.
I don't think this movie would be as good if it was in color, because I think it would take away from like the stylized like fakeness of kind of like
Yeah, no, that's
Tetsuo.
That's a good point. I think the first sequel is in black and white still. I can't remember. I saw the two sequels.
Okay, so we were just talking.
But I haven't seen them in so long. The third one for sure is in color.
Okay,
The one where Nine Inch Nails did the track for it.
The third one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did a track for Bullet Man.
Oh, they did do the track.
Tetsuo the Bullet Man.
Is that not the second one?
No, second one's Body Hammer.
Okay, I got him confused on the car ride. I thought the second one was Body Hammer, or the third one was Body Hammer.
No, yeah, it's Tetsuo, the Iron Man, Tetsuo Body Hammer, and the Tetsuo the Bullet Man.
Okay, cool.
And the third one, he can shoot bullets out of his body. In case this wasn't crazy enough. Now he's shooting bullets out of his body.
That's cool that came up because I was going to bring up, I knew there was a Nine Inch Nails connection because Mike, you had talked about it earlier, but that's what it is, right? I mean, Trent Reznor, Nine Inch Nails, loved Tetsuo so much.
I just love,
and it's such a part of
so
industrial.
I love when artists like kind of jack each other off.
Yeah,
It's sort of cute.
Yeah, a quick circle.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, Tetsuo, the Iron Man, came out in '92. The music was heavily influenced by Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So,
because they had been big right around that.
yeah,
89 was pretty hate.
89 was pretty hate machine, and then Broken was 91 or 92.
Right.
So
time frame.
Yeah, they would have that would have been the time when they were breaking out.
Yeah.
And then this is like
right on the heels.
Yeah, this is like the time.
This is like riding the wave of that industrial wave that came in the late 80s.
Well, and Nine Inch Nails still fucking has it. Have you seen that Coachella set?
No, you sent it to me, but I haven't watched it yet. I'm so pumped for it.
Oh my God, that Coachella set is like one of the best things
Amazing.
you'll ever see. It's maybe the best. Like, I've seen Nin twice live.
Amazing.
And if I had been at this show, I don't even know if I would have survived.
It wouldn't have come back. You die happy.
It's so good. There's like a black and white screen in the background. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of, I can't remember how someone described it as like, they were describing it like as the Coachella set, and they were saying like a bunch of, it was like a meme, and they're like, it had everything. It had a giant screen, it had this, it had that, and it had a bunch of golems walking because there's a bunch of weird people crawling around during the entire set. That picture I sent you guys, those are all the weird like golems grabbing him.
Okay. Oh, cool. Those are the set. Those are people that were in the show. Yeah. Oh, neat. Oh.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing. And yes, listeners, please, if you like Nine Inch Nails or metal at all, or like just holy fuck, what a show!
Oh yeah, it's Nine Inch Nails and who's their buddy up with on that one? Bring the trays.
Excuse me. It's Trent Reznor, his wife Mara Keane. I can't remember what her last name is. And Boys Noise.
That's the one, Boys Noise.
Okay, yeah, there's two DJs on the stage remixing it as he goes.
nuts.
Cool. It's fucking awesome.
Since we're chatting so much Nine Inch Nails, and we're talking about them jerking each other off a little bit, I believe some of the earlier music videos from Nine Inch Nails, specifically from Downward Spiral, were heavily influenced by the imagery from Tetsuo. That one, such as specifically the March of the Pigs music video, is very, very machine and industrial, and lots of stuff going on in there. It's pretty cool.
And doesn't it make you feel better?
It does. It always does. It's one of my favies.
Watching this movie, the entire time I was thinking of like Nine Inch Nails, like music video. Just all the imagery, even the stop motion shit.
Yep.
Like it was just a one in one.
I was talking to my girlfriend about this because Nine Inch Nails was an awakening for me as a teenager.
Yeah, like sexually.
Well, no, I'm not trying to have. I mean, if Trent Reznor came over and had a few drinks, I don't know what would happen.
I thought we were talking just metal in general.
Would you get his Nine Inch Nails?
No, but Nine Inch Nails was my like metal awakening.
It was for me too. Yeah.
Yeah, like it was like a good breakthrough band, like a good what do they call that? What do they call those drugs? The ones that everybody wants to use that makes them want to be
Good.
Oh,
Gateway.
gateway drug. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, Nine Inch Nails was my gateway drug.
Very much for me. So much of the music I listen to today sounds like it could have been right from Trent Reznor's music.
It was Nine Inch Nails, System of a Down, Korn, like just the different bands that kind of like had like a harder edge, but weren't quite so extreme, as like the really hardcore metal. Like now I can listen to like the really hardcore metal, but when you're like a regular person, Cannibal Corpse just sounds like a bunch of people yelling, and you're like, what am I gonna do?
Sounds like my parents' house when I was a kid.
Oh, me too. Fortunately, I'm reading a book about trauma.
Oh, good. That's fun.
I love that you call them regular people.
Well, play for that too. But then we're not included in that.
Google gobble.
Please. On another note, why is this movie so horny? It's so sexually charged.
I'll tell you.
And I get it.
I don't want to say it's because it's Japanese, but it's kind of just because
So just the weird eating people.
even the like most innocent anime are so weird.
Yeah.
Like you watch Pokemon. Well, there's Misty is wearing like almost nothing. Fair. And she is like a 14-year-old or a 12.
It's fair.
And we have Goku walking in on Bulma in the shower and the original Dragon Ball.
Oh, there's a lot of weird shit in the original Dragon Ball.
Master Roshi jacking it to porn. I don't know, man. They got defeated after the war. They screwed around the missile. I don't know.
But I mean, there is a narrative in this story, and part of it has to do with the sex between a man and a woman. I assume the business, but there's a narrative in this story.
The businessman is Tetsuo.
Okay, cool. Yeah. The businessman, and he's having sex with this chick. And I mean, there's a whole bunch of other stuff maybe we'll get to later, but I get where they're coming from with the woman's vagina is a scorpion tail and it's trapping him. And then he sprouts his dick to get her back, and he's got drill dick powers, and there's all this stuff going on. Yes. And I get it because it's talking about the sex between the two of them and all this guilt surrounding it because there's an accident.
Yeah.
So yada, yada, yada. But this Asian girl with the scorpion vagina, let me tell you, she's doing things. She's doing some things.
When someone's getting pegged today, it might be Kyle.
Yeah, I'll take a sting. I'll take the sting.
That scene, like, because Mike put it in the group chat.
Yeah.
I seen this movie years and years ago.
Okay.
But as soon as the herd with the crazy makeup on and just the giant fucking tail.
I hadn't seen this movie in so long. I forgot how fucking crazy it is.
It's nuts. But even to rewind a little bit, the opening, there's a chase scene again, and it's between the man and the woman. But the woman with the scissors, and Tetsuo hasn't become quite the metal man he eventually becomes yet. But the woman is more metal, and she's got scissor hands, and chasing him around, and that's fucking wild.
So the implication seems to be that like, so there's two metal men in this movie, and by the end they're one metal man or whatever.
Yeah.
But the implication seems to be that the salary man who hit the metal fetishist somehow got infected with his, like, because the movie opens, finally we're going to tell you, the movie opens with a dude cutting his leg open and putting a piece of rebar in it or something. And then he wakes up and there's maggots all over his fucking leg, and he goes running through the street and gets hit by the salary man.
Yeah.
Like, nobody has real names.
No,
They just have descriptions of what their character is, essentially. So, yeah, the salary man is the main character. He's the one in the car who hits the character who's known as the metal fetishist. And the metal fetishist is actually the director.
Oh, nice. Really?
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah, he's playing the director is playing the metal fetishist.
Neat.
So, and then, yeah, otherwise we have, 4 or 5 other characters, like a doctor, so-and-so's girlfriend, such and such. Like, we have these sort of ancillary characters who kind of come and go. But essentially, this is mainly a weird homoerotic movie about a couple of bros.
That's what you think?
Well, not in like a bad way.
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, for me, the end where they, I don't know. It's a hard movie to unpack.
Me too. Yeah, I thought so too.
But it feels interesting that the two men combine to each other at the end and go, we're going to destroy this fucking world or whatever. I don't know. Like, is there like a misogynistic, even if the writer-director himself is critical of that, is that what he's doing? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's so hard.
I'm also there's things missing. I'll give you my quick breakdown of for sure what I gathered, and it took me until the end of the movie. And I watched this one twice because it just made no sense. Plus, it was awesome. It seemed 60 minutes. 60 minutes. Yeah, absolutely. And it's like it's a fucking awesome 60 minutes. Like this is gross. Like this is a gross awesome movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah. To me, it seemed like the salaryman and the businesswoman, or just woman, were having sex in the car. That caused the accident, so they feel guilty about having sex and hitting a guy. And then they try and hide the body because there's a point where they're shoving a body in a car or something and hit it in with a hammer. And they tried to roll it down a hill and hide it. All that's in there somewhere in the imagery, but it's like, I don't know what the fuck.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's a lot of wow. So then it comes to the man and the woman, right? And so all this guilt they feel about having sex is the weird drill dick scorpion vagina dance they're doing. Wow. And then the man's trying to come back from the dead to get his revenge because he's been smashed by a car, and so that's the guy. That's why he's all fully meshed with metal, right?
He knows what they did last summer
because he's been yeah. So he's literally, because if you smoke into a human at a certain speed, they become kind of meshed in with the metal. There's sort of a blending of flesh and metal in there. Yeah, it's kind of what I gathered.
That's really interesting, actually.
Thanks, man.
That never occurred to me. Like, I've seen this movie at least 3 times, maybe 4.
Yeah.
And yeah, I always just looked at it as like a weird mood piece.
Yeah.
And I never really, I don't know. It's just one of those movies for me that I watched.
Yeah.
That I just thought was really fucking interesting.
Yeah.
And original. And I'm like, I've never seen anything like this.
That's how my first, I watched it twice. That's how my first view was. The first view, I was just really just watching the images as they came, enjoying the music. Most of it, honestly, I was distracted by the music, so it was fucking rad. It wasn't, but I mean, I was catching all these things I thought I was putting together. And then on the second view, I was specifically watching for those things. So hard to say. I might just be pulling shit out of my ass, but that was my interpretation of it.
Honestly, if you watched it twice back to back, I imagine you absorbed more about it.
That's how I felt about it.
Yeah, than your average person, because it's such a weird, it's such a weird movie. It feels almost like, it feels less like a movie and more like a piece of art.
I felt the same way, and that's where I hesitate.
It's very abstract.
Yeah, and that's why I sort of hesitated to derive any meaning from it. But if there was, that's what I gathered. But it could also just be nothing. I really enjoyed just watching it as piece by piece by piece, like you said, as just art being played out in front of me.
Yeah, it is. It's like a performance piece happening in real time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, even right down to some of like there's a lot of movement in this movie. Not quite dancing, but movement.
Yeah, well, I love the stop motion effects of him, like the fact that when he's on his rocket rollerblades or whatever,
That's the best.
it's stop motion.
It's so weird.
It's just so so ironic and stupid.
Yeah.
That the only way you can make it look like he's going ultra fast
It's stop.
is stop.
Yeah, it reminded me of like the old Flash Gordon movies or something.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is this? But it fits.
I really liked during the time the film that the celery man is constantly looking at the TV and it's showing stuff like he has. I don't know if he knows if it thinks it's a fever dream or something, but he sees like the events that have already happened or going to happen inside the TV.
There's definitely a like insanity aspect to this movie, like
sure.
the classic what would you call it, unreliable narrator or unreliable protagonist.
Yeah.
This is very much a movie that is told through his perspective,
Right,
and we have no idea if this is reality,
Right.
or if this is just his version of reality, because he's fucking crazy.
Absolutely. I think we're seeing it through the lens of a person who's nuts.
Yeah. Goes between the line of like, you don't know if this is all in his head or if this is really happening to him. Like, is he really becoming a metal man?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is really cool. It's like, it makes you think, and I love when movies actually make you think.
Yeah.
And this movie doesn't have a lot of dialogue in it.
No, I mean it is very much like, it's kind of just like a bunch of stuff happens.
It's
and
like
you,
scenes.
yeah, and you watch it happen, and you kind of just interpret whatever you interpret. That's why I'm saying it like it's so abstract.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And again, you've compared it to art or a sequence of art, and I think it's probably best viewed as that, because it is. It's pretty.
It's very similar to a painting, or a poem, or like it's a piece of art that you kind of just look at and you interpret it however you interpret it.
Exactly. It just means to you what you feel it means in that moment. I think you would weaken this movie by trying to find meaning or assuming there's meaning. Just watch the fucking movie and enjoy what it's showing you, because it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Stuff.
This movie is bonkers. Like, it's batshit insane, as like probably the best way I can.
It's about as easy as it can get. Yeah, without like totally just being like complete nonsense. This is about as crazy as a movie can be.
Yeah. It's a gross stuff in there too, but in the best way possible.
There's nothing that really like shocks you to a point, but it's like certain things will pop up. It's like, what the fuck? That's awesome.
There's so I disagree. There's lots that I think would shock, most average viewers that don't watch horror movies every week. But
Well, especially like even a horror movie.
it was some
When her metal scorpion tail goes up his ass.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't like
When you have his drill dick.
yeah. That's the other way it's
Stuff like that. I'm like, okay, this is very
Yeah.
We did Scanners. We did one Cronenberg movie, Brady's pick, Scanners, and yeah, that's a guy who's obsessed with body horror. I mean, he was just dripping with fucking body horror. Not in all the time. Oh no, my dear, turned into a drill. How am I gonna fuck my girlfriend? Right, without killing her.
Have we not done much body horror is awesome, and we've done lots, I suppose, but
We've done a few.
for not to this level where the body horror is such a primary piece of the movie.
Certainly, Antichrist had some body horror.
Yeah.
Maybe a few others. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't say. But yeah, we haven't done, like, I'm sure we're all body horror fans.
For sure. Yeah, we've missed like lots of cool stuff so far.
But yeah,
There's a moment early in the film that I think is really good. It's so subtle, and I guess they do it a little more. But it's when he's dragging the fucking bolt across his teeth. Oh my!
oh yeah, and the sound editing there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, and it's just that one, and like that's the only one they do. But fuck, is that good? And then they mess around with sound and metal and teeth a little later, and when they're being all sexy with the forks and stuff, the sound of the blow. And they're like, right, it's very sensual, very sexual, but the fork is like scraping across the guy's teeth. Oh, it's amazing. Or the girl's teeth.
It's the girl's teeth. Yeah.
Amazing.
Fuck, it is so cool, man. It's just, I don't know. It's one of those movies, like, you have to, sorry, friends who are listening to this podcast, but it's a real see it to believe it kind of movie. Like, you have to, like, it's one of those movies you really have to just experience in order to understand, like, what people are talking about when they talk about it.
Well,
It's so weird.
That's what it was to me, and I'm super glad you picked it, Mike, because this is something I've heard about. It's in the circles, it's in horror circles, it's on lists.
Yes.
It comes up in music that I listen to lots. So it's something that has been on my radar in some way, shape, or form, even if very abstractly. So it's pretty fucking cool to get to watch it finally.
The reason, I can't remember if I told you guys why I picked it, but the reason I picked it is I was looking through my list of, like, however many 30 or 40 movies that I have on my list. I scrolled through, and when I looked at Tetsuo the Airman, I just burst out laughing.
You're like, yeah, this is the one.
That's why I picked it. I was just looking for my next movie.
Yeah.
Like, I did Mystery Hat for the last one.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let me do a Mike pick. And then I was scrolling through. I'm like, which one? And then I just fucking burst out laughing loud. I'm like, okay, that's the one that got the reaction.
Amazing.
This is the movie.
I'm glad you picked this.
Yeah, me too. That's all I needed. It was, you never quite know what's coming next. So I found myself really paying attention to it. Just not because I was so enthralled with the story or captivated by what it was doing or where it was going, but I just felt like I couldn't look away because I didn't know what was going to get shown to me. What fucked up thing was getting shown next?
Yes, this is a movie, like, if you were someone who partakes in the ganja, great movie
Yeah.
for that. Great movie for that.
And literally, it's like watching a car crash. You can't look away.
Yeah, it's totally fucking, speaking of which, David Cronenberg did Crash.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We had that guy on this show.
Sex while they have car crashes.
Yeah.
Which could have been partially inspired by this, because this seems like up Cronenberg's alley.
Moral of the story, no sex in cars or you'll kill people and turn them into monster machines.
Or more sex in cars.
Have you guys seen Thinner?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also same,
That's a good one.
same fucking vibe. Whoops, my wife was blowing me on. Like, I killed her own body. Whoops.
That's a good movie.
Is it?
Stephen King, I love that.
It's all right.
Honestly, I think that's one of Stephen King's weaker films. You didn't do the film, but
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I like the book a little more.
Oh, always. I haven't seen Thinner since it came out when I was young.
Well, that's the vibe. Like, I loved it when I first watched it, but like probably now you'd have a lot more criticisms of it. It's very, I don't know, man.
It's thin.
It's a little thin.
It's a little thin.
One was this guy. I'm here all day. Okay, this character over here.
Do my best.
Right. So I guess the kind of plot of this movie, yeah, what we start with is the guy getting hit with the car, and then we have sort of like the salaryman going back to his apartment where his girlfriend kind of wants to have sex, it seems like, but he's not sure if he can have sex with her without killing her.
Drill dick. Yes. It'll do it every time. When you go to drill for a dick, you got to be careful. Yes. You got to be careful.
I don't know if I'm jumping ahead too much, but when he starts changing a little bit more, he goes and hides in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend, it's like, oh, I'm not afraid of anything.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just constantly like saying it, and then she opens the door. It reset. It's so fucking funny.
And he's just a fucking monster.
Yeah. It's the classic, like, come on, I'm supportive.
Yeah, it can't be that bad.
Yeah, how bad can it be? You know me. And then like, oh no, your penis has turned into a giant fucking piece of rotating metal? Okay, that's gonna be a problem.
I'd say that causes some issues.
Every time, like while I was watching this movie, I kept having him in the back of my head was, I am Iron Man.
Well, interestingly, we mentioned Akira earlier. That's the final line of Akira.
I am Iron Man.
I am Tetsuo.
Oh, shit.
This was 80s? 80.
This is 92.
92.
I wanted to say 89.
That's what I wanted to say too.
Yeah.
I think we're just confusing it with Pretty Hate Machine, first Nin album.
Might have been the site I was legally streaming this from.
I watched it on YouTube.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice. I tried to find it on YouTube.
I actually own the digital video disc of this film. And I just finally, like, I used to have a PS4 that I would use to watch movies and Blu-rays on.
It's credited as 89.
Interesting.
Yep. Release date July 1st, 89.
I wonder if the North American release for it was later.
Well, how would he have heard Nine Inch Nails that?
Wasn't it? Didn't you say it was a third film that he got the?
No, but this, I don't know. I guess it could just be the industrial metal movement, like Skinny Puppy and Machine Head, and
Yeah.
there were other industrial bands that had already come out. KMFDM maybe. I don't know if they were already out at the time.
Both those guys were around then, yeah. It's
But
hard to say.
it could have been inspired by other industrial metal. But that's funny because I thought it was 89, but when I looked it up, it said 92.
I got 89. So Tetsuo 2 Body Hammers 92.
Okay.
Oh,
And since I'm also looking things up right in front of everyone, a budget of 100,000-ish.
Yes.
holy sh!
100 to 150, yeah.
Yeah, nuts.
Like just the effects on that budget for this movie, that's fucking awesome.
You think about how many people were probably involved. We got about 5 actors and a handful of set people.
Like, it's very much a movie where what you're seeing versus what you're actually getting. Like, every scene where he's like rocket chewing down the street would have probably taken like 3 days.
Totally.
Oh yeah, you just like shoot him pretending to go down the street, and then you move everything and you pretend to shoot him.
So
You just do it over and over and over and
probably
over
the most
again.
painstaking part of the movie was that.
Yeah.
Harryhausen, when he did like all his stop motion stuff, like of one film could take up to like 2 years just from having to move each thing. And I know in this movie you don't really see a lot of arm movement when he's rocket chewing, but like, yeah, it probably took a couple of weeks or a month to get all the way down the street.
Because you would have to keep moving all the equipment every time.
Every time.
So it's like, yeah, the creating this illusion that he's going super fast when you're literally moving at like the pace of an ant.
Yeah.
And you do it multiple times in one movie. Some of that would take forever.
Some of that, to me, I gotta wonder if that's the director just saying, you know, hey, I'm gonna practice some skills for a minute and I'm just gonna make it part of my movie.
For sure. I mean, it's hard to say because it's such an experimental movie. It feels like, it almost feels like when someone goes to film school and they make their first
That's
movie,
what I thought.
is kind of what it feels like.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But it just happened to be fucking awesome. Like his first movie after film school just turned out to be
just happened to be
fucking
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, yeah, just keep doing that.
Yeah.
You can just drop out now.
There's no way that they put this movie together and thought, yeah, this will be a hit eventually. People will love this. People overseas will see this.
No, there's no way. Like, it is, and it's crazy that we did.
And still talk about it 30x years later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy that we have seen this movie. The 3 white dudes in Canada have seen Tetsuo the Iron Man.
It is nuts.
It is fucking crazy because this movie,
It's nothing.
Because like, there's hundreds of movies that get released in every country. I shouldn't say every country,
More than hundreds.
but a lot of countries
Yeah.
throughout the world. You know, Afghanistan has its own film scene. Iran has its own film scene. Fucking
everywhere.
Yeah, there's just there's Korea has its own film scene. Like, every country in the world has its own film scene. Even the most, even very third world countries where people are very much struggling to survive
Still have an art scene.
still have an art scene. Yeah, and they're making movies. And somehow this movie just permeated the fog and came here.
Absolutely. That's like if a kid from Regina made his first movie and it took off and someone in Japan's watching. That's stupid, right? Like, that's dumb. You wouldn't ever expect that to happen.
A hobo with a shotgun.
But when you make something so fucking weird that says nothing and everything, I guess people grab onto it. Plus, it's rad as shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're all metalheads. We're all like anime. Like I'm saying the three of us.
Done. Like, literally being metal.
Yeah.
But like we all like metal. We all like the three of us like metal and anime.
Yeah.
So this movie is right up our alleys, and horror too. So it's like it meets all three criteria. Is that I knew you were definitely gonna love this movie, and you've seen this, so I knew you were gonna like it.
Oh, yeah.
I love this movie too.
Like, I suspected it would be on your list. That's why, like, when if you listen to the last episode, like, at the end, I'm like, this is probably a Brady. Yeah. Like, I can just see Brady watching this movie and being like, what the fuck? For sure.
I watched this when I was a kid too.
No.
So I think I was like 20 or 21 when I watched this. And it was just like, I just remember putting this on like a Saturday or Sunday afternoon and being like, I don't know what the fuck is happening.
And that's the best too when you watch a movie like this in the afternoon, because the rest of your day just is fucked. What are you gonna do after? What are you gonna do after you wind down from this one? Yes. Right, you're gonna go do groceries at 4 in the afternoon. Shit, back in the world with normal people.
Now let me go pay some bills.
Every shopping cart that's rattling away, you're just having a little mini metal orgasm, like. Just want to put bolts in my leg. Yes. That's how I felt watching it. I did actually watch it in the middle of the day. I won't explain how or why, but I had to go do things afterwards, and it was kind of stuck in my head all day.
Yeah, I watched
Weird fucking movie.
The most recent watch was at night, but I definitely, the first time I watched this was either a Saturday or Sunday afternoon.
Nice. Mine was in the middle of the work week, early in the morning.
That's even weirder.
I kind of started my day with it.
You're like sipping your morning coffee. You're like, okay.
I was. You found the time where I can get the time.
I watched this while eating breakfast on it.
Yeah.
I was like, should I just stop eating and watch the movie? I was like, fuck, I'm hungry.
I watched it in a vehicle on the way to a job site that was within the time that I knew I could finish this, so I had it on while I was there. So, and then I had to.
Presumably you weren't driving.
Of course not. And then I had to.
Not another person getting hit by a car.
Not another car crash.
The irony.
I hope I don't turn myself into a metal man and jack off. But yeah, it was weird to carry on my day normally after finishing this one. Don't recommend. The music got me pumped though.
Well, there's no wrong way to watch Tetsuo the Iron Man.
For sure. Morning breakfast, romantic evening.
Yes.
Either one.
What about second breakfast?
You could watch it.
Potato, potato.
What about
You
11sies?
could watch it at 11sies.
What about afternoon tea?
You could watch it at 11.
Does Tetsuo know about those?
Tetsuo night.
Did the director make any other films other than the Tetsuo stuff?
I didn't think to look, but I know for certain, yeah, he made those 3 films. Yeah, he did Tetsuo the Iron Man, Body Hammer, and then Bullet Man. And Bullet Man came out in 2010, so I would think there's probably other projects. Between there because like that's a long gap.
He's done a ton of shit. Probably no. He did the Dead or Alive movie. That's not the same one. Anyway, he's done stuff.
I mean, yeah, like a guy like this isn't gonna just be like,
One and done.
yeah, he made a couple movies in the late 80s, early 90s, and then for 17 years he did nothing.
No, he wanted to be weird forever.
And to announce in 2027, Tetsuo 4.
I'd be down.
I'd be excited for.
I wish I could describe the plots of the second and third movie.
Did you enjoy them? At least, do you find them as enjoyable?
Not as enjoyable, but I like them.
They're still cool.
Yeah, I still like them. Like if you just want to see more of this, then yeah, but hands down, sit down and watch the second and third one.
I'll be watching Bullet Man for sure.
Yeah, because they're still good. It's just it's one of those things where like once you see something that blows your fucking mind, like the follow-ups can't blow your mind the same way.
It's already been blown once. You can't blow it.
Yes, yeah, Morty's mind blowers.
You can't do it twice. Fool me once, shame on you.
Yes, there is kind of a flaw to this movie.
Sort of.
I mean, yeah, we're kind of just talking about it because that's this kind of movie, like what it is. But yeah, it's so. I mean, it kind of feels superfluous.
It doesn't. It's yeah. Trying to describe it and talk about it is just. It would be stupid. It wouldn't make it. Why would you? You know what I mean? It's a weird movie to sit and be like, this is what happens through and through and through. Just watch it.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird,
and it needs to be watched.
Yeah. So let me just lay down the basic plot front to back of this movie, as I understand it. So a dude hits another dude with a car. He gets infected with metal. He gets chased around by some chick at the subway or something, who pegs him, and then he wakes up, and tries to fuck his girlfriend, which is also a form of pegging in its own way. And then, yeah, she dies. Whoops. And whoops. Sorry. Yeah, she dies, and then it's just like from that point on, I think they make contact somehow. It's revealed that the metal that is just is like telepathic or something. So he manages to connect with him.
It's the metal.
Yeah,
magnetism.
Yeah. Well. So then they connect, and then they have their sweet anime fight at the end. And then they, instead of kill each other, they join forces.
Yep. The metal
fusion. Absolutely. So that's for those of you who are still listening. That's it. That's the plot of the movie, essentially, in 67 minutes. But it's what they say in Gen Z, I believe, right now. It's about vibes. It's more about vibes. Good for us.
Watch this movie. It's fucking awesome.
It is. It is a wild. It's a movie. Yeah, it's really just a movie that you'll never see anything like it. You've never seen it before?
No.
And probably you'll never see anything like it. It's like special. If you just want to put something weird on and just vibe.
Yeah.
What a movie.
And I mean, it's 67 minutes. You can do anything for 67 minutes.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, at the risk of going to 67 minutes ourselves, I will, because the one of the mainstay rules I had for this podcast will never be as long as the movie. I think the closest we got was Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, okay.
Was that really?
Because that was about an hour and a half, and our podcast was almost.
We're not that interesting.
How long was Sunshine? Because didn't we go pretty
Way
close to the
We've only
that
had
time?
about 2 that are close to that.
The longest episodes are Nightmare on Elm Street, Dusk Till Dawn, Devil's Rejects, The Shining. But yeah, we've never quite hit the mark of being as long as it. And I hope we will continue.
Yeah, no matter.
Because if you could watch the entire movie in the time we're talking about this, then it kind of feels like why are we still talking about it?
Yeah.
I hear you.
That's my philosophy. But final thoughts for me, I just think this movie's fucking bananas. In case that wasn't clear, it's totally insane. It's just, and maybe it's more interesting today as the line with AI and social media and stuff. Maybe the line is thinner than ever between man and machine. So in a way, this is sort of prescient and. Yeah, certainly more relevant today than it was back then. But yeah, if you don't like arty movies, then don't watch it.
Yeah, that would be my maybe only caveat is if you're not interested in watching something where there's not people talking and explosions happening, don't bother.
Yeah, you need to, this is a movie that's about just whatever you're looking at. It's not really about anything aside from whatever's happening on the screen. It's not like, it doesn't have a conventional narrative. You're not going to be like, oh, I agree with so-and-so.
Right.
It's not going to have that aspect unless you're a person who has put a piece of rebar up your ass.
I guess.
This is not going to, then you're going to feel going to relate to.
You might feel validated if that's the case.
Yes. So anyway, cool fucking movie. One of a kind movie.
Yeah, pretty much leave it right there. I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I watched it twice. I enjoyed it. I will definitely watch the second one. I'm kind of a sucker for the melding of man and machine, and industrial music, so this was right up my alley. Yeah, big fan.
You resonated with it?
I did resonate. Yeah, I resonated.
God, there's so many things I could say. Also, we didn't talk about how his girlfriend dies. She literally tries to fuck him, and the drill goes, it's the drill cock.
I had it in my notes as Chekhov's drill cock.
That's fucking awesome.
And I also had it as
In the movie, you have to use it.
yeah, I also had it as the Hyman Destroyer.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wow.
Oh no, she's kept her hymen for all these years.
Jesus Christ. Oh, it's awesome. I love it.
No, fucking awesome movie. That's my final thoughts is watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't watch it, then you suck.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be fine, probably. Yeah, but your life will probably be better if you do watch it, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps us up for our episode on Tetsuo the Iron Man. And we're going to bounce it to Mr. Kyle Nickelborough. And I hope he doesn't pick a weird black and white avant-garde art movie.
I hope I don't pick something that plays off Mike's pick and works really well and very close to his, like Eraserhead, which I picked almost right after Mike picked this movie. I hadn't seen it yet. I hadn't seen Tetsuo yet, but it made me, just looking at it, made me think of Eraserhead.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we're doing Eraserhead next.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Just to pull the cover back, everyone, we record 2 episodes at a time.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
So if it ever sounds like we're kind of cross-pollinating in that way, that's why. Because
We are always cross-pollinating each other.
we're 3 grown-up men. We don't got time to record every week. Time for that? We got to record every 2 weeks. So yeah, we're going to talk about David Lynch's Eraserhead. I believe that is his first film that is not a student film. He went to film school and he had his couple,
It's the little baby ones.
yes.
I think this is the first one out.
But yeah, this is his first feature film, I believe. So yeah, if you're a David Lynch person, you're going to be right at home. If you're not, well, skip the next episode because it's also going to be weird.
It's a weird one.
It's going to be weird like this. It's going to be a weird-ass black and white movie. So until next week when we're erasing someone's head, we'll see you in 7 days. Until then
Keep your eyes open.
and David